Pedro had always loved solving puzzles. But when he found the old map hidden in a dusty book at his grandmother's house, his life took an unexpected turn. The map wasn't like any ordinary treasure map. It was ancient, with strange markings and cryptic symbols. The thrill of mystery pulled Pedro in immediately. He called his best friends, Lucas and Sophia, to show them. They were both intrigued, but skeptical. "Are you sure this is real?" Lucas asked, eyeing the map with suspicion. "Only one way to find out," Pedro replied with a grin. The three friends decided to follow the map, hoping it would lead them to some hidden treasure, or at the very least, an adventure they would never forget. They packed supplies and set off the next day, following the cryptic directions on the map. Hours into their journey, they found themselves deep in the forest, far from any familiar path. Sophia, always the practical one, started to feel uneasy. What if this is just a trick? A wild goose chase? Pedro looked at her and smiled. Every great adventure begins with a leap of faith. The map led them to a cave, shrouded in mystery. The entrance was hidden behind thick vines, almost as if the forest itself wanted to keep it secret. As they ventured deeper into the cave, they realized that the real treasure wasn't gold or jewels, it was the riddles, challenges, and teamwork that lay ahead. The cave was dark, the air cool and damp, and the only sound was the echo of their footsteps on the rocky floor. Pedro, Lucas, and Sophia pressed forward, each of them feeling the weight of the map's promise hanging over them. As they ventured deeper, they discovered an inscription on the cave wall. It was written in a language they couldn't understand, but beneath it, there was a small plaque with a riddle inscribed in plain English. "I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I?" Sophia stared at the riddle. "This is it. The first challenge." Lucas frowned. "It's a tricky one. What grows without being alive?" Pedro paced back and forth, thinking hard. "It's not about the words, it's about understanding the idea behind it." They spent several minutes tossing around ideas, but none seemed to fit. Sophia leaned in closer, trying to read the riddle again. "What grows without life? Needs air but not water. What could it be?" Then, in a quiet moment, Pedro's face lit up. "Fire," he said, his voice full of excitement. "It's fire. It needs air to burn, but water puts it out." Lucas's eyes widened. "That makes sense, it's fire." The moment they said the word, the walls of the cave rumbled slightly, and a hidden door slid open, revealing a narrow passage. It was a strange feeling, like the cave itself was alive, reacting to their success. "We did it," Sophia said, relieved and impressed. Pedro grinned. "This is just the beginning." They stepped through the door and continued their journey, unaware of the bigger challenges that lay ahead, but certain of one thing: the riddle had united them, and they were ready to face whatever came next. As they walked deeper into the narrow passage, the air became thicker, and the walls seemed to close in around them. The passageway twisted and turned, leading them to a small, dimly lit room. At the center stood a pedestal with a strange, ornate key resting on top. Sophia stepped forward cautiously, her eyes scanning the room. "That key. It looks important." Pedro and Lucas approached the pedestal, each of them instinctively reaching for the key. But as soon as their hands touched the cold metal, a loud click echoed through the room. The walls shifted, revealing another inscription, this one far more complex. The words were written in a blend of English and symbols they had never seen before. Lucas frowned. "I don't get it. What does it mean?" Pedro leaned in, studying the inscription closely. "I think it's asking us to unlock something, but we need to figure out what that something is." Sophia nodded, examining the room. "The key must be the answer, but why would it be here if we just solved a riddle to get here?" Then, as if the answer appeared to them all at once, Pedro's eyes widened. "It's the door, the one we just came through." Suddenly, the room started to shift again, and a part of the floor opened up, revealing a locked door in the far corner of the room. The pedestal had been a red herring. The real challenge was unlocking the door they had just passed. With a sense of clarity, Lucas grabbed the key and ran to the door. He slid the key into the lock, turning it with a satisfying click. The door creaked open slowly, revealing a hidden treasure, a series of puzzles and traps leading to yet another challenge. Pedro let out a laugh. So, it was never really about the key itself, it was about realizing where it was meant to be used. Sophia smiled. This is getting better and better. Let's go. The trio stepped into the next room, ready to face whatever came next. They had solved the key riddle and unlocked the next part of their adventure, but they all knew that the hardest challenges were still ahead. The door creaked open, revealing a grand, echoing chamber. The walls were lined with strange symbols, each glowing faintly. In the center of the room was a large stone table, and on it lay a final, ominous puzzler series of interconnected gears and levers that seemed to form an impossible labyrinth. This looks complicated, Lucas muttered, his eyes scanning the maze of gears and mechanisms. Pedro stepped forward, feeling a sense of urgency. This is it, guys. The last challenge. We've come so far, but we can't stop now. Sophia studied the puzzle, her mind already working. It's a mechanical puzzle, and it's asking us to align the gears in a way that makes everything turn. But how do we start? Pedro examined the puzzle, looking for a pattern. After a moment of silence, he pointed to one of the gears that seemed slightly out of place. Look, this gear is misaligned. Maybe we need to start with it. Lucas nodded. If we align this one, it might unlock the other gears. They began working together, turning levers, adjusting gears, and watching closely as the mechanisms slowly began to turn. The room hummed with the sound of movement as the gears clicked into place, one after another. As they worked, they realized something. It wasn't just about solving the puzzle, it was about trusting each other's instincts and working as a team. After several minutes of tense concentration, the final gear clicked into place with a loud snap. The table in front of them shifted, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside was a glowing crystal, pulsing with light. Sophia gasped. Is this the treasure? The crystal? Pedro looked at the glowing object, feeling a strange sense of fulfillment. I don't think the treasure is the crystal. I think the real treasure is how we solved this together. Lucas smiled. We did it. And we did it as a team. As they stood there, catching their breath, the walls of the chamber began to shift again, revealing an exit. The adventure was drawing to a close, but there was something deeper that had been gained from this experience. It wasn't just the puzzles or the rewards, it was the growth they had all experienced. Pedro looked at his friends, gratitude filling his heart. We may not have found gold, but we found something more valuable. We learned how to think critically, how to work together, and how to face challenges head-on. Sophia nodded. And now we can take that knowledge and share it with others. Lucas grinned. And that's the true treasure. With the crystal in hand and their bond stronger than ever, the trio exited the chamber, knowing that their adventure had come to an end. But their journey was far from over. The lessons they had learned would continue to shape their lives. And the treasure they had discovered, curiosity, teamwork, and resilience, was something they would carry with them always. As they made their way back to the village, the weight of the adventure began to sink in. The crystal, now safely tucked into Pedro's bag, was a symbol of their journey, but it was clear that the real reward wasn't the treasure they had found. It was the transformation they had undergone together. The trio walked in silence for a while, each of them lost in their thoughts. Sophia, ever the optimist, was the first to break the silence. I can't believe we did it. We really solved the toughest puzzles. Lucas chuckled. And I thought we'd never get past that last one. That mechanical maze almost had us. Pedro smiled, feeling a sense of pride. But we didn't give up. We kept going, even when it seemed impossible. They reached the village just as the sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the landscape. People were gathering in the square, and a few familiar faces waved at them as they walked by. The village was quiet, peaceful, but it no longer felt like the end of their journey. Pedro paused, looking around at the people in the square. You know, it's strange, he said, his voice thoughtful. It feels like we found the real treasure here too. Not in the cave, but in the way we can use what we learned to help everyone around us. Sophia's eyes lit up. Exactly. We can start something here at each other's, to think critically, to solve problems like we did. Maybe we could create a club, something that challenges people's minds. Lucas grinned. I like that idea. We could call it the Puzzle Club, bring people together to work through puzzles and challenges. Share ideas. Pedro nodded. It doesn't matter if you're solving riddles or working on real-life problems. The process is the same. And we've got the skills now to help others learn. they made their way to the town hall, where the village leaders had gathered to hear their story. It was time to share what they had learned, not just about puzzles, but about teamwork, resilience, and the power of curiosity. As they entered the hall, the villagers greeted them warmly. Pedro, Sophia, and Lucas stood before them, the crystal glowing softly in the light. It wasn't just a symbol of their adventure, it was a symbol of the beginning of something new. Today, we want to share with you the lessons we learned. Pedro began, his voice steady but filled with excitement. We didn't find treasure. We found something more valuable, our ability to work together and solve problems. And we want to help you all do the same. The villagers listened, captivated by their words. Pedro could feel the energy in the room, the spark of curiosity igniting in each person. This was only the beginning. The days following the meeting at the town hall were filled with excitement. Word of the trio's adventure spread quickly, and soon the entire village was talking about the puzzle club they were going to start. People of all ages were eager to join and learn how to solve riddles, think critically, and work together as a community. Pedro, Lucas, and Sophia threw themselves into the planning. They met regularly to brainstorm ideas, design activities, and plan the first puzzle-solving event. The town hall had offered to help with resources, and the trio was ready to launch their first big challenge. "I can't believe this is happening," Sophia said one evening, as she looked over the plans they had drawn up. "I mean, we're actually doing it. We're turning our adventure into something real." Pedro smiled, a sense of satisfaction settling in his chest. "Yeah, it feels like we're building something bigger than just us. This could change the way people see problems and how they approach solving them." Lucas, who had been quiet for a while, looked up from his notes. "The thing is, the real treasure wasn't the puzzles. It was everything we learned along the way, how to keep going, even when it seems impossible, how to trust each other. We didn't just solve puzzles in the cave, we solved problems in our own lives." Sophia nodded in agreement. "Exactly. And now, we're sharing that with everyone here. This is going to be so much bigger than just a small club. It's going to be a movement." As the first puzzle-solving event approached, the energy in the village was palpable. On the day of the event, people gathered in the town square, eager to participate. Tables were set up with different types of puzzles, crosswords, riddles, and even logic games. The challenge was simple: work together, solve the puzzles, and learn how to approach problems as a team. Pedro, Lucas, and Sophia stood at the front of the event, welcoming everyone. "Welcome to the first Puzzle Club Challenge," Pedro called out, his voice full of excitement. "Today, we're going to test your skills. But more importantly, we're going to teach you how to solve problems in ways you've never thought of before." The villagers broke into groups, each one tackling different challenges. Some solved riddles, while others worked on physical puzzles that required cooperation. As the event went on, it became clear that the true value of the challenge wasn't the prizes, it was the spirit of collaboration and problem-solving that filled the air. At the end of the event, Pedro stood before the crowd once more. "You've all done an amazing job today. But remember, this is just the beginning. The real goal isn't to always have the right answers. It's to keep asking the right questions and learning from every challenge." The crowd cheered, and there was a feeling of camaraderie that hadn't been there before. The village had become a place where curiosity was celebrated, and everyone, young and old, could find joy in solving problems together. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the square, Pedro, Lucas, and Sophia shared a quiet moment, watching the villagers work together, laughing and discussing the puzzles they had just solved. "Look at this," Lucas said, his voice filled with pride. "This is what we set out to do. This is the legacy we're leaving." Pedro nodded, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "This is just the beginning. We've started something that will last. We've created a community of solve curious minds, ready to face whatever comes next." Sophia smiled, her eyes shining. "And that's the real treasure." The trio stood together, watching the village transform before their eyes. The adventure they had started in search of treasure had turned into something much bigger, a movement that would continue to grow, one puzzle at a time. Years passed, but the legacy of the Puzzle Club never faded. What had started as a small adventure between three friends had blossomed into something much larger. The village had become known far and wide for its unique approach to problem-solving and collaboration. People from neighboring towns came to learn the ways of the club, eager to adopt the mindset that had turned ordinary puzzles into life-changing lessons. Pedro, Lucas, and Sofiano, in their early 20s, watched from a distance, proud of what they had created. The puzzle club was thriving, with new generations of villagers learning to approach problems with creativity, patience, and teamwork. One afternoon, while sitting in the village square, Pedro turned to his friends. "You know, we've come a long way since that first day we followed that map. It feels like a lifetime ago." Sophia smiled, her face glowing with nostalgia. "I can't believe how much we've grown. The village has grown too. We've all learned so much together." Lucas, now the club's official leader, looked around at the bustling square. "I think we found the real treasure, don't you? It wasn't the crystal or the puzzles. It was the people we helped and the way we learned to work together." Pedro nodded. "Exactly. And it's amazing to see how far this has come. We started with nothing but a map and a dream. But now, we've created a community that values curiosity more than anything else." Sophia leaned back in her chair, looking at the sky. "And I think we're just getting started. There are still so many mysteries to solve, so many people to inspire. The real adventure is in the journey, and we're only at the beginning of it." Lucas smiled, his eyes shining with excitement. The treasure was never the destination. It was the people we met along the way, the lessons we learned, and the challenges we overcame together. Pedro looked at his friends one last time before standing up. "So, what's next for us?" Sophia stood too, grinning. "The world's full of puzzles. Let's go solve some more." And with that, they set off once again, not in search of gold or jewels, but in pursuit of something far greater, the never-ending quest for curiosity, growth, and the joy of solving life's greatest mysteries, together.